Hello, everyone. Good to see ya. I am the Demon of Directors 18. It's good to be back. Well, somewhat. Today, I am going to be discussing Black Ops 6. Now, I had not posted any content for Black Ops 6. Why? Because I was one of the few people who was hesitant to get it. Because I was one of the few people who didn't want to buy Black Ops 6 at all, actually. I was refusing to buy Black Ops 6 at any cost. Because, honestly, the only reason I did get it is from friends, peer pressure a little bit, and also wanting to actually play some games with some buddies of mine. Or at least the friends that do stick around, at least. Rough year yet last year. So, first year of the new channel, first video of the new channel. I just want to get a few things out of the way. When I first played it and jumped into Black Ops 6, because I did not want to jump on Black Ops 6 right away, it was remarkably probably one of the funniest things I've ever had to do. Believe it or not. Unlike some people I know who bought Black Ops 6 already. Like, way earlier. Kind of late to the party, but better late than never, I always say. This game is disappointing. On a metric level I've never seen. And I've played the World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and some of the spin-off ones that weren't even developed by Treyarch. And, you know, and yeah, that probably does say, wait, does that mean you were... No, I did not play World at War when it first came out. No, I went back to World at War pretty much later in life. My first ever Call of Duty, I guess you could say, was Black Ops 2. Anyways. Actually, no, wait. Actually, no. It was Modern Warfare 3 and the Wii version of Black Ops 1, actually. But that's besides the point. I played enough COD to know what I'm talking about. And for a long time. So, this is going to be my first and ever long video going over and how much I despise Black Ops 6 as a game, because it's a experience I never thought was possible. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes. One of the things I will say about Black Ops 6 that disappoints me heavily is it's an online-only game. Now, I am working on another video going over Black Ops 6 in the future to explain more in detail, like to give you guys a visual representation of what I mean. So, I was lied to. I was lied to about Black Ops 6. All my friends, every single friend I've ever had, says, oh, you can play Black Ops 6 without internet connection. You can play Black Ops 6 offline. Bullshit. I claim bullshit because of two reasons. Number one being, oh dear God. Reason number one being that the fact that Black Ops 6 cannot be played with offline. If you were to go into your console, your gaming computer, your fucking Xbox, whatever you play on, and just disconnect your Wi-Fi connection, like literally disconnect it, you will see personally, and I mean this with the most sincerest tone of voice, like not as to be mean, but disconnect your Wi-Fi, like stay on Black Ops 6. Even close the app and reload it if you want. But, like, because it's connected to the stupid Call of Duty hub. Yeah, and I'll get to that point later. But, Black Ops 6. Oh boy, this fucking title makes me sick. They should have called it Black Ops Kick You in the Nuts When You're Down. Because the zombies... Oh, don't get me started. Because you can probably see the zombies gameplay in the background right now. And I hate making commentary videos, but I can't, you know, I have to be super negative about Black Ops 6. and the critiques are insane. Now, I will admit, the gumballs being limited, I get it. They're supposed to be limited, which I find interesting. Field upgrades, cool. But wouldn't it be just better to have what we had in Black Ops 3 with gumballs? Oh shit, I'm getting away from the point, but I'll go back to the original point here in a second. The gumball system is kind of BS, for lack of a better word. It's complete BS. I see why they put it to the wayside. Really smart, but there are players out there that can see for that, and there's players out there that are gonna white knight this. So instead of a fucking A, if you all are in the comments, be like, no, we're gonna defend Black Ops 6. Oh yeah, and I know who you are, you white knighters. Ugh. Rabid fan base, I swear. Need to get your rabies shots. Anywho, fucking out. Back to the point. Anyways, it would have been nice if they had made that some of the gumballs like in plain sight anywhere but here, and some of the basic gumballs like we had in Black Ops 3 unlimited, and then make the higher tier gumballs like limited. Like there was only a small amount. Like they have limited uses, and you can only have, you have a few, and you can stack a lot probably. But then you just, you basically save up the gumballs, and you just save your rare ones, and you have a stock limited pile, and you have an unlimited pile of base ones. But no, they decided to not do that. Which was kind of stupid, honestly. Absolutely fucking stupid. Anyways, so back to the point where I said they're not offline. So many people had said that you could go ahead and play this game offline. I was like, really now? That's surprising. Coming from all my friends. Like, I was like, okay, it's not coming from YouTubers. YouTubers were saying this was online. Even Mr. Waffle Man, or Raffle Waffles, I just call him Waffle Man. It's hard to pronounce his fucking name. Sorry for the swearing, but anyways, point is, this COD is probably one of the most disappointing Call of Duties I have ever played. And not to mention, I've seen a lot of videos out there, the Ackman's opinion, a few other content creators, like one uploaded a video just a day ago, and I might link the videos I've watched. But other than that, I don't know at the moment. But basically, Black Ops 6 was the most disappointing game of the year for me. And this is just its second starting year. It's still here, barely existing, and the player drop off is insane. Like, I saw a video just going over the player drop off recently. I was like, you've got to be shitting me. Why am I not surprised? Like, I was not surprised in the slightest. I don't care what game is stealing the player base right now. Yeah, there's a reason. I just do not care. Because it either did not pop up on my radar, or I just did not have the patience to go take a look at it. So, basically, from what I can say, sorry, I don't know why that keeps happening. I keep stuttering, and that's never happened before. At least this much. I'm just kind of eager, I guess. Anyways, that's besides the point. To basically not make this a long rant about Black Ops 6 being mid-tier, people said you could play this game offline. I disconnected my internet from my console. And holy shit, was it actually insane. This fucking, I swear. I don't know if people were on steroids or just lying. They're like, no, you can play the campaign offline. Yeah, bullshit my ass. So, what happened when I disconnected it? I disconnected it. I go. It takes a minute to reload back in, and right when I go back to the application, it says failed to connect to Call of Duty servers. Failed to connect to any internet. It would not let me play zombies. It would not let me play multiplayer, not even campaign. You could not play campaign without an internet connection. This entire game entirely was surrounded, and is surrounded still, by being an online only. There's no local play, there's no solo, like, there is solo play, but you have to have an internet connection. You cannot play Black Ops 6 without an internet connection. It is absolute garbage. What kind of garbage slop a game that's completely online that you have to fucking, like, I won't sugarcoat it. There is a few games I do own that are online only, and they are paid for. Like, you have to pay. Excuse me. You have to pay for them, and you have to. What's the word? You have to pay for them, and and they can only be played online. Like, cool, that's awesome. But what if you wanted to play offline? What if your internet connection's out? Oh, like, I'm getting a Call of Duty itch, but I want to play Black Ops 6 specifically, and your internet goes out, or you don't have internet, but you have electricity, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna play Black Ops 6, and then it just tells you, oh, sorry, no internet, can't play, and you're like, oh, fuck, I wanted to play Black Ops 6 right now, and you're just like sitting there, you're like, oh shit, I wish that it could happen, and it's a realm of possibility scenario. And even then, like, say you're like, oh, it's another day or it's another time, and you're like, oh, I really want to play Black Ops 6 right now, and it's been out for like over a year, and you're feeling like, oh, I miss Black Ops 6, or you haven't played it in a few months, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Black Ops 6 and play it. And then suddenly, uh-oh, the Call of Duty servers are down. And you're like, no, I can't play it. I can't play anything. I can't play any Black Ops 6 because the servers are down. In a nutshell, this game is a online-only garbage mess. Like, I'm more than disappointed. The disappointment is so bad, they might have to invent a new word for it. It's kind of crazy. And then, as you can see right now, there's a pause screen right there. Those pause screens are the worst. That is a timer. You are pause timed, and I don't know what happens when you hit 0, but I'm pretty sure it unpauses your fucking game if that timer hits 0, from what I understand. So, in a nutshell, that was perfect timing. Now you can't even keep your games paused. You are set on a 14-minute timer. And as you can see, I don't remember how long this gets paused, but I might cut this out after I'm done talking about it. But that's another point that kind of bothers me. Like, why are we timed in our pause things? And don't get me wrong, I do think that the campaign story, and I want to get into that, campaign story, I like it. I think the augments are also good too, a little bit. The gameplay is alright. Like, it's not I thought it was really good when I first jumped in, because it felt different. But then after hours of playing, I was like, bruh, this is just like BO3 and Cold War mixed together a little bit. The guns do feel pretty balanced, I will admit. But the fact that it's an online-only game. Hell, even Cold War you could play offline and play locally. Although I will admit they do actually... What was the word I was looking for? They have a set status. So like if you're online you can access more. If you're offline you have certain set stuff. Which, in hindsight, they could have also done that with Black Ops 6 as well. What they did for Cold War. And they didn't. They just straight up said, no, we're going to make it online only. That is bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. Online only. And I know we're getting really lengthy into the conversation, but I'm not even done. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but whew, let's get to the next point. Multiplayer. I love it. It's fast paces. I love its fast pace. I love the idea of other stuff, elements, and now we're going to get into another subject attached to multiplayer, omni movement. my first time jumping into this, I barely noticed Omni Movement. So maybe I am very late to the party and never got to experience Omni Movement right away. But what if I want to slide on my knees in the game and I end up dolphin diving and I'm like, the fuck is this? So apparently, when you dolphin dive, you're holding circle. You're holding the right button for crouch, or whatever button you have for crouch. And you have to tap the button for crouch. You just have to sprint and then tap the button for crouch. And I'm like, Jesus, this is ridiculous. Now, I'm going to get into the other piece of fucking meat and potatoes that bothers me, other than what I just mentioned there. And yes, I barely do notice Omni Movement. I literally had to get into a situation where Omni Movement was required. But other than that, Omni Movement, not a bad idea. A lot of these things are decently good. So here we go again with my other hot take for Black Ops 6 that's going to probably piss a lot of people off. But I will say this, another reason I didn't want to get this game in the first place was to literally avoid the ability. I think it's ability. Yes, the ability to or no, it's integrity. No, that's the word. Sorry, my brain just kind of left the building for a second. The ability to literally have genuine quality with this game. Now, these next two parts are going to be the most deepest thing I probably ever talk about. AI art and the voice actors quitting. The original voice actor for Edward Richtofen and the original voice actor for Samantha Maxis they quit. They fucking quit. They just fucking quit. Because they could be replaced with AI misogyny, and I get that. And on top of that, AI tools in my Call of Duty game. A Santa with 6 fingers, and a Call of Duty operator holding gumballs with 7 fingers. This is ridiculous. So, they're putting AI art in our Call of Duty games now, instead of genuine emblems and calling card creations. So, this is ridiculous. I've never been more disappointed in my life. Now, you're probably going to say, but wait, didn't you buy the game? And I'm going to like, yes, I did. Mostly, like I said earlier, due to pure pressure. Mostly because my friends wanted to play. They're like, oh, you should get Black Ops 6. You got some income. You can play. I was like, yeah, I do. I got some ones. I can cough some up and get it, but I was hesitant at first. They really put the persuasion on and like, yeah, you can play it offline. And one of my friends like, yeah, local play and everything. And apparently one of my friends lied to them too, because apparently no, you cannot play this game offline at all. I tested it, can confirm, and I can't wait to show you firsthand what I'm talking about when I say Black Ops 6 is the most middest thing I've ever done, and there's no way they're ever going to make an offline section for it, because they suck. They literally suck. So, now we're going to go into the meat and potatoes of another topic, other than original voice actors quitting, AI art, all of that. We're getting into the meat and potatoes, and this video is already getting pretty long, so we'll have to try and cut this shit short. As short as I fucking can. So, basically, after all the effort that has been put into this game, apparently 4-year development cycle, I want to break down one thing that still eludes me to this day. And this is one of the things I did forget about. I didn't realize this, but Call of Duty did go through the massive change of being bought out by Activision and Microsoft buying Activision and Blizzard Entertainment. So, they got bought out by Microsoft, and I had forgotten about this. And I also forgotten they had fired some of their staff, and I was like, wait, what? So, in a nutshell, I was like, dude, what the hell? And don't get me wrong, I am an average player when it comes to COD. I like the idea of like going to the high rounds and shit, but and everything and Easter eggs. Although I never did Easter eggs unless I had good friends, because getting good friends to do Easter eggs was a pain in the ass back in the day. Anyways, still is now because trust issues, walls, and barriers you try to put up around yourself because you just never know. No one likes to. How do I say this? Trust is earned, not given. So, getting allies for some COD game is extremely difficult. Anyways, my disappointment is immeasurable. Now I just kind of ruined my day a little bit by saying that. Anyways, back to the point. My other gripe with this game. Now, as for the campaign, I think campaign is good. I've heard some good things. I've seen a tiny bit of pieces here and there. I do plan to play it at some point. I think it's going to be phenomenal gameplay. Maybe I might even stream it. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I haven't made up my mind on that one. That's a little too difficult for me to make a decision right now on. But what I can say for certain is I am very much excited for what's about to happen, or what's coming next at least. And what is coming next may shock not all of you, but most of you, I think. I don't know. So, the one thing that I will say, and depending on when this gets uploaded, I know it's going to be sometime in January. It's either going to be January today, which is January 2nd, or maybe January 3rd or 4th, depending on how long it takes me to edit this. But anyways, point is, at the end of the day, starting off the new year, which with a very negative view post on COD, apparently not only did did Activision Blizzard fire some people, they fired their, I think, if my memory serves correctly, I don't quote me on this, take this with a very grain of salt. And for those who don't know what grain of salt means, it basically means tread lightly on information that may or may not be accurate. So, I do not know. So, basically, yeah, tread lightly on this information because I do not remember if this is actually 100% accurate or not. That's basically what it means by take this with a grain of salt. Just a FYI there. For those that might not know. Where was I? Fuck. Okay, there we go. Yes. So, apparently they allegedly fired the support team, or what was it? The team that's supposed to like take player feedback and fix certain aspects of the game to make it better. So, I don't know if it was the support team, but I do know that they did fire a bunch of people when they took over Activision and Blizzard. So, that's something I think funny. And another thing I find hilarious, no, absolutely hilarious, is that how some of these new indie projects, or, yes, are indie developers, or very side-off games that are being developed and worked on, that are coming out, like Marvel Rivals and a few others, and very niche titles that are out there. Apparently, those are actually 10 times better than Call of Duty. Or, as I just learned about a new term, kind of, about toxic positivity, aka, as I used to call it, white knights, which are the fanboys of a franchise that will basically die with their franchise, who will defend it at every turn. Fucking white knights. Or that's what we used to call them. I guess in this context, I guess we can call them calling them white knights sounds too noble, so I guess we'll just call them fucking what's the word? Toxic positivity, or the Toxic Knights. Yes, the Toxic Knights, that works. Actually, no, that sounds like a cool gang name. What am I talking about? It really does sound like a cool gang name. The Toxic Knights. Anyways. Anyways. But in this context term, I actually mean it in a different light. Although that is pretty funny how I accidentally just came up with an interesting title for something. Anyways. So, these toxic positivity people, or Toxic Knights as I'll prefer to them now, these Toxic Knights are crazy. Like, they are crazy. I don't know how else to explain it, but they will defend their franchise, and I might see a few Toxic Knights in the comment section, which will be really funny if I do. The absolute dog shiza that is coming out of this is insane. So, what is my conclusion? Black Ops 6 is terrible, and I wish they would make an offline mode at least, so it would be a little bit better. Like, it wouldn't be perfect, but in the nutshell of giving it an offline local play, or just an offline mode, for all three modes, would be the best thing that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 would have going for it. Then it'd be just right up there with Cold War, being a... It's not a good COD, it's not a bad COD, but it's just good enough. Like, it's just okay. Like, it's pretty good. I like this. It's not bad. It's like getting a decent meal and having that decent meal be actually like, instead of like, oh, what did I just eat? Being more like, alright, this ain't half bad. And it's something you could just casually enjoy. And that's what I think Black Ops 6 is missing. Their offline mode. Where the fuck is that, Treyarch and Activision? Where the hell is that? It's like when Microsoft bought you, you just turned into the worst case scenario. And it's funny because they're probably going to lose not only a lot of their player base, but their player rating is just going to go down. They'll start losing money and shit will just start hitting the fan. Their money income will just get lower and lower and lower and lower until it goes completely... or basically just in the toilet. And I feel like someone's going to make a joke about that now. But whatever. Anyways, it'll just get going down until they get super desperate. And desperation can do... either it can inspire oneself to do better, or it can destroy someone from the inside out and they'll be desperate. And it'll be a funny story to watch them tear their hair out and just fall to pieces. But... that's besides the point, actually. I think I've covered all the points and my final conclusion. So, with that being said, everyone, I think I've talked too much, because I think I've just strained my vocal cords. Great. Strained my voice a little bit. Thank you all for watching. And, you know what? This has been the Demon of Directors, and I'm done bitching about how Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has officially just been the worst COD of 2024 and 2025, everyone. So, I enjoy the rest of your 2025, and, good luck with the new year. And, I'll hope to see you real soon. Anyways, until next time, peace, and stay safe out there. Thank you for watching. Peace.